Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty awesome.
I mean, it's been such a journey for you guys to get here. Don't move. Let's go to your journey package now.
If it wasn't go time before, it's go time now. Being here in the finale, this is our last hurrah. I'm getting married very soon, and $100,000 would be so awesome to start our lives together.
I could even get Caleb a nice wedding gift with that or something. We never saw ourselves being here. We had our lows.
Oh my God, no!
Caleb driving off a cliff.
We didn't actually get to see your strength skills in the arena.
But we've improved through the whole thing.
The winner of this challenge is Caleb and Jacob.
The team that builds the most impressive build we've seen in this entire competition, Caleb and Jacob.
The new Castle Bros.
Our confidence has increased tenfold from what we came in with.
Wow!
And we want to leave this competition with the zaniest and most original ideas out on the table.
And we're back. Wow.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule to talk with me about your fantastic experience.
Happy to. Thank you for having us.
So I know it's not necessarily the result you wanted, but the journey must have still been incredible. How did you guys make it into season 2 of Lego Masters?
Yeah, so we were actually approached about going on season 1. The casting department found me on Facebook, and the timing wasn't quite right for season 1. Jacob and I would have probably had to have dropped out of school to make it work. And it was just like, it wasn't quite an option. So we had to politely decline. But sure enough, they hit us up again for season 2. And things are a little more flexible because of the pandemic, right? So there's the option to take classes online. And so we thought wrongly we could make it work. But it happened. We both graduated. Yeah, that's kind of where it started. The casting process was pretty intense. We got in pretty early, so there was a lot of interviews, a lot of that, but it paid off in the end. So happy we stuck it out.
So, I mean, you guys had a lot going on. Then you had school, and I know, Caleb, that you were or are or got married. I don't know how, because this is a couple of months back, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you give us a status update on that?
Yeah, I've been married for just over a month now. So
awesome. And Jacob, I'm sure you still got him a nice gift.
Yeah, I even though I didn't get the $50K to get him, bro, did you like the Tupperware I gave you?
Yeah, it was very nice.
I was like, because it's like kind of it was a big thing at our house. I was like, he needs this. I saw it on his directory, and I'll probably give him other things here and there too.
Well, he gave a great speech at the wedding, so that was the best gift of all.
That's fantastic. I mean, there's so many other little personal questions I want to ask you about that, but that's not what we're here for. I'm sure it all went great. I know that we as an audience get to see you guys work on your in the competition week to week, but we know that the filming schedule is probably a lot more tedious than that. What was your experience in that marathon of getting it all, so many different rounds?
Yeah, as I guess Caleb mentioned earlier, we were in school too, so that added to the and filming was more than a full-time job. So it was long, intense days, plenty of fun when we're there building and whatnot. There's more involved in it than that. So it was a whole new eye-opening experience for us of just, it's also very cool to see how shows are made and all that stuff. I found it very interesting, even though I'm not like a film major. Caleb is a film, like media arts major, so he found it extremely interesting to just gawk at all the big cameras all around him and all that stuff.
That's why we didn't win. I spent too much time gawking at the cameras and not enough building. To remember that for next time. But no.
I mean, that says something. So how did that work? Do you guys film during the day or whatever the schedule was, and then you guys go straight to your laptops for classes?
That was the idea. Yeah. So, but I mean, we got off pretty late. You know, there were nights we got back at after 10 o'clock. And we had, you know, the 5 a.m. call time the following morning. So we had one day off a week, and that was Sundays. So there was a lot of school crammed into Sunday.
Yeah. The schoolwork was basically picking and choosing what needed to absolutely get done. I needed to read a textbook. That was not a priority.
It's like, yeah, balancing like which professor is going to tolerate this, which one is going to be like, oh, you do whatever you want, and which one's going to be like, if this assignment isn't turned in tomorrow, you're kicked out. So I was like, you had to choose your battles definitely throughout it.
No passes for being on a television show?
Not really. I was optimistic I would be able to get out of more things. It's probably good for my education's sake that they made me follow through on most everything.
Well, it's great.
I got out of nothing. You're lucky, Kev. You got out of some things.
Well, the important thing is that you both graduated, and congratulations on that too. I will say that you know, for anyone who all the other teams, I'm sure that then maybe that was something that we needed to add on. They needed to go to school too while they do the competition, because that is quite the feat. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now.
It was nuts. I have no idea how we pulled it off. Like, I would never want to do that. All those things at the same time again, for sure.
So as Lego builders, when you guys arrive there and you guys see the just plethora of different bricks that you guys get to play with, what was that moment like for you guys?
No, it's surreal, right? It's a huge space too, and I don't think that's always conveyed on camera, but like it's a massive room. You know, at one point had to support all 24 contestants going up there, going for brick. But it truly is beautiful too. I came home with a lot of ideas on how to organize my own collection based on what they had there. But yeah, it gets you excited to start building, which is exactly what you want on a building show. So yeah, it was just crazy, especially after coming off of season 1, where you see this space and it doesn't seem quite real, right? It's something that happened to these people, and you know, we watch it to entertain ourselves, but then we found ourselves there. It's mind-blowing, to say the least.
It's a lot to take in, but once you take it all in, it's amazing. It's amazing early on too, but it's like you can really just get used to that environment. I could build in there again if they shut off the clock. That'd be all nice and cool.
So, I mean, yeah, obviously it was all competition, but that would have been cool as afterwards, or even beforehand, you guys got some time to just free build, right?
That would have been great. You know, just all of us sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, building whatever we so felt like. That'd be
a whole
awesome.
collab of all 24 cast members.
Ooh.
That would have been pretty cool. Like before, because, you know, afterwards, if we had done it after the finale, we had just built 144 hours total at that point. Our fingers are a little tired, maybe.
So soon after filming, how long before you guys picked up a Lego set afterwards?
I really thought that like this would like crush the love of Lego out of us, or just like at least get us burned out for a while. But first thing I wanted to do when I got home was build something, honestly.
We shortly after built like a replica of the Sunshine Wagon from episode 6. So because it had a place that's really near and dear in our hearts. So we tried to build it as accurate and improve some of the parts we didn't like on the completed product on the show. So, and we built stuff we didn't try and escape it afterwards.
Yeah, so what happened? That was it was an anticipated moment where you guys had an advantage, and it just kind of drove off the table.
Yeah, I the, the most frequent question I get is like, did I do that on purpose? And I wish I could tell you that I did that on purpose because I would retain some sort of dignity, like, oh yeah, I was in control that whole time. But it was just some weird combination of adrenaline, way overblown sense of confidence going in with the advantage, and it was a beautiful recipe for a spectacular disaster.
The best part about seeing episode 6 is actually before we were pretty certain Caleb on the way out did not hit a single car. But after seeing the episode air, he did hit one car. So
poor Maria and Zilla.
Put it to its test.
That's always good. I think for me, you guys had my favorite build you guys had was the separate build, the land and sea, and then you guys combined it on that amazing log. I think that was phenomenal. And then your I think what was a lot of fun was your cliffhanger because there was extra stakes to it. So I mean, are you guys still now officially the Castle Bros?
Yes, we are. We are not giving that title up as easily as Mark and Steven.
What are the chances of you guys getting together sometime in the future and trying to duke it out for a round 2?
Oh, I would love that. It would be terrifying because I feel like, off the set of Lego Masters, they might be a little more in their element. But I know we have not seen the last castle from them either.
And they still say, like, we had a fun deal with them. Like, when the episode would air, Mark had Castle Bro on, like, his social media bio. And so the moment the episode aired, he removed it. To a guy who likes Lego Castle. So his love for Castle isn't lost, but it's just he can't call himself a Castle Bro anymore.
Yeah, you didn't take the title, but you took their title. You took their name. That's great. One thing, as just I guess I call myself a casual builder. Can you both give me one piece of advice, maybe that sticks out to you personally in building Legos in general?
Yeah, I think of when my Lego career kind of took off, and it's really when I started getting involved with the Lego community because there's a huge adult following. And I think that's what this show does a good job at showcasing. But there's conventions all across the country. And the first one I went to really changed the way I looked at building because I was able to talk to builders face to face, see their creations in person, and look at how they actually accomplish techniques. And it was so much fun. It was so validating to be amongst people who were so passionate about building like myself. And there's something for everybody at a convention like that. Every theme, every genre is represented, every interest, whether it be the technical or the more small detail work. Yeah, so that's always gonna be my advice. Hit those conventions up because you're gonna have a great time and learn a ton.
Probably my personal advice is something that I love to do with the Lego bricks too, is just have fun. See what you can do with the pieces. You can't just use them for like their traditional use. There's so many weird and fun connections you can do with random pieces. And the more you experiment with that stuff, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to have fun and just learn how to all these new techniques. But also you can learn those techniques from like the conventions Caleb said too, where you're just going to see what other people do, be inspired by them as well.
Jacob, thank you so much for that answer. I think I've asked that question a couple of times today. And you're the first person to say have fun.
Yes, no problem. Yes, that's the best part of it. Just trying, connecting random pieces, making it work. I do it a lot down in our Lego thing and it bothers Caleb. Just connect a bunch of pieces together and then I leave. Don't take them apart. They're just, he'll deal with them later.
That's great. Caleb and Jacob, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your insight on the show. Congratulations on making it as far as you did. You guys were fantastic. And I hope to see you guys hopefully in a castle off sometime in the future.
Hopefully that would be epic. But thank you so much for talking with us.
It was nice to
Thank
meet you guys.